When we talk about movement in midlife, the conversation tends to get very specific, like painfully specific. Strength training, cardio, intervals, zone 2 training, step targets, programs and protocols. Does any of that sound familiar? Because if you're a midlife woman, it probably sounds very familiar. Welcome to your daily hit of grace and grit, your quick dose of inspiration to kickstart your day. This show is proudly sponsored by Rumble and Rise. To find out more about joining Rumble and Rise, head on over to graceandgrit.com/ready to rumble. I'm Courtney Townley, and here is today's hit. And don't get me wrong, those things can absolutely have value. And I teach and advocate for all of them. But sometimes, in all of that specific conversation, we overlook a very important reality, which is how much you are actually moving throughout the day matters more than any of that. We tend to make it all about the workouts. But in your life, movement matters more. Workouts literally came to be into existence to combat a sedentary lifestyle. So the goal is really to just not be sedentary. The human body was never designed to move for just 30 or 45 minutes a day and then sit for the other waking hours, right? So you aren't meant to exercise for 1 hour and then sit on your butt for the other 23. And yet that's exactly how I would say a large swath of modern day mankind is living. We wake up, we sit for work, sit for meetings, sit to eat, sit in front of the TV, and then we try to compensate for all of that stillness with one intense workout. I talk about Katie Bowman a lot. If you don't know her, you should definitely know her. She's a biomechanist who has just done a lot of incredible work around aging well and movement and how movement affects humans. And she really talks about having a daily movement profile, right? Moving a lot throughout the day is what matters most. She says that we started treating exercise like a vitamin, something that we take once a day and assume that it covers our needs. That's insanity. The body actually needs movement nutrition throughout the day. Walking, standing, bending, carrying, reaching, twisting, turning, carrying, getting up and down. It's the small, frequent movements that keep your body engaged and responsive. As a health and self-leadership coach, I'm honestly less interested in how often someone is training and far more interested in how much they're actually moving their body during the day. Because when movement becomes a part of your daily rhythm, your body is going to reap the benefits of that in so many ways. And again, does it mean you're never going to have to exercise? I don't know, but what I do know is in cultures where people move a lot, they tend to live a lot longer, healthfully. So they're not just improving their lifespan, they're living longer with a health span. When you move, your energy improves, your joints feel better, you think more clearly, your metabolism works more efficiently, and perhaps most importantly, movement stops feeling like something that you have to force yourself to do because it's simply a part of how you live. Isn't that awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome? So your body doesn't just need a daily workout. It needs you to cultivate a life that includes a whole lot of movement. If this stirred something inside of you, imagine what a whole book of clarity and courage could ignite. The Consistency Code, a midlife woman's guide to deep health and happiness, goes even deeper into the mindset and practices that create real, meaningful change at midlife. Grab your copy today over at theconsistencycode.com and keep the momentum alive.